physical, the emotional, the spiritual, and we even include the cultural, financial, and political. The Whole Self Ministries is devoted to helping people live the life the Creator called us to live, full of truth, power, justice, and I'd like to open with our creed of gratitude. Feel free to repeat after me. Thank you, Creator, for peace that passes all understanding. Thank you for your perfect love that casts out fear. Thank you for wisdom, which brings me joy unspeakable. Thank you for the mind of the Christ that keeps me from evil. Thank you for your grace when I fall just short. Thank you for making me fearfully and wonderfully in your image. Thank you for choosing me and using me to fulfill your purposes. And thank you for all you are through me and all I am in you. Amen and Ashe. I'd like to talk about forgiveness today. It's been coming across my path lately. A lot of people have been talking about forgiveness and the need for forgiveness. And I actually listened to Maya Angelou yesterday, and she was talking about the necessity for forgiveness, because when we don't forgive, we carry a big burden with us. We carry this load that's heavier than most of us can stand, and eventually it impacts us. I don't even know if you can hear me. I might be far away. It impacts us tremendously. It can impact us physically. It can impact our emotional state. It can impact our physical state. And I want to read a definition of forgiveness that I thought was really impactful. Forgiveness is the intentional and voluntary process by which one undergoes a change in feelings and attitude regarding a given offense and overcomes negative emotions such as resentment and vengeance. That's a tall order, especially when we've been violated or when someone has treated us poorly, someone has betrayed us. We tend to hold on to things because we have these expectations. But forgiveness relieves our burden. And we have to recognize we're not letting this person or this event or whatever happened, we're not letting a person off the hook for having done something. They still have to be held accountable. What we have to recognize is it's not our responsibility to make it happen. It's not our job to make somebody have to pay for what they've done. And when we don't forgive people, what we're doing is holding it against ourselves, because we're the ones actually carrying that burden. We're the ones actually feeling the weight of it. So forgiving another person isn't really doing anything to that person unless they really know you have removed yourself from them. They are actually feeling the pain of you removing yourself. But even in that, the pain you're inflicting by withdrawing yourself from somebody else is not serving the world. It's not serving you. It's not serving them. It's not serving your higher purpose. So the burden you're carrying, the weight of the thought, the weight of that person in your head, the weight of thinking about the event, that's a weight on you. And thoughts are intangible, but in that case, they actually carry a whole lot of weight. So releasing it and setting yourself free is the order of the day. Setting yourself free helps release you from that burden. It doesn't do anything to that other person because, again, that person has to pay for their own betrayal. They have to pay for their own violation in this life. You have to take care of your own. We are responsible to and for ourselves first. That other person has to take care of themselves. So they have to answer for what they did. Release them to it. Release them to the Creator. Let them go about what they have to do to get their own forgiveness. So first, forgive them. However you have to do that, there are many ways to go about that. You can make a call to the person, take the high road, and it's hard sometimes to do that. But take the high road, call them, let them know, I'm willing to let this go. I'm willing to forgive you. That doesn't mean that you have to invite them back into your space. That doesn't mean that everything goes back to exactly the way it was, because maybe it can never be the way it was. But you're releasing them to be themselves in their world. And you may never be friends again. You may never have that same relationship again, but you're releasing them. So that's one way to do it. Another way is to write it down on a piece of paper and burn it. Let it go into the ethers. Let it go. Release it from yourself. This person may be gone. You may not be in a position to apologize. To ask for forgiveness, to forgive them in person. You may not be in a position to do that. So write it, release it, let it go. Or you may want to say it out loud to yourself. Say it to yourself, because you are the most important person in that equation with yourself. Say it to yourself. Let yourself know you forgive, you release, you let them go. You turn them back over to the Creator. You're telling this person in yourself that you're no longer going to carry the burden of the resentment, of the anger, of the hate, of the pain. You're letting it go. And in that, you help to forgive yourself for carrying it so long, because we do ourselves an injustice. It's a double impact, where they have done something and we've felt the pain the first time. Then we're carrying it a second time by holding on to it. So we forgive ourselves second. Once you forgive them and you've forgiven yourself, then you can profess your great love for yourself. That's your way of self-love. That's a way of loving on yourself and carrying that love with you everywhere you go. And make it a practice every day to tell yourself, I forgive you for all the things I know I've done to you. I forgive you for all the things I didn't know I was doing to you. Because we have this self-talk. Sometimes we say things to ourselves that just aren't kind. So forgive yourself daily, and then remind yourself, I love you. Look in the mirror and make it plain every day. I love you. That's important. Self-love is the beginning of self-care, self-health. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. So I want to close by thanking you for joining us today. Please feel free to go to our website, wholeselfministries.org. That's WHOLESELF ministries.org. I will type it in the chat if I can get this to, okay, here we go. www. Uh-oh. Let me make sure okay, do that first. Now, www.wholeselfministries.org. And feel free to also go to blackfamilycaregivers.org or .com, either way, and join our caregiver support group, which convenes every second Thursday of the month at 2 p.m. Central Time. I thank you for joining us. I thank you for sharing this video with anybody who you feel needs this kind of message, any message that will help us to learn to release, accept, and love ourselves to a higher place and to live our purpose. Until we talk again, I thank you and I invite you to be peaceful, productive, and empowered. Shem Hotep. Thank you, Linda. Peace.